Okay, awesome. So we have our brain here. Our big brain, this whole thing right here, this is called our cerebrum. Our little brain is called our cerebellum. It's this back here. You have two hemispheres. So we have our left and our right hemisphere. So these are our cerebral hemispheres. This back here is these are our cerebellar hemispheres. The line that separates our cerebrum from each other, this is called our longitudinal cerebral fissure. The line that separates our cerebellar hemispheres, that's called our vermis. Okay, and then you guys know where the lobes are. This is our frontal lobe. We have our parietal lobes up here. Our temporal lobe is on the side, this bump, and then our occipital lobe is on the back. It's on the back here. It's not our cerebellum. Remember, it's not the cerebellum. It's on our cerebrum. It's just the very back of our cerebrum. Yeah. Okay, then going on the inside, we have our corpus callosum. We have our thalamus, which is the circle right underneath it. Then underneath our thalamus, going forward, this right here, this area, this is called our hypothalamus. Okay, behind our thalamus, we have our pineal gland, right there. Behind that, we have this is our superior colliculus. And then underneath that, we have our inferior colliculus. Okay, on our cerebellum here, this is called our arbor vitae, these little tree-like things. And then going back right in here, we're gonna talk about this. So we have our hypothalamus, we have our thalamus, we have our hypothalamus, and then behind that, this is called our midbrain. So this section right here is our midbrain. This bump right here, this is our pons, and then behind that, this is our medulla oblongata. Okay, going over our ventricles, right inside of our corpus callosum, we have our lateral ventricle, because ventricle means just space, so this is our lateral ventricle. Underneath our corpus callosum right here, over our thalamus, this is our third ventricle. And then our fourth ventricle is right here, underneath that arbor vitae, it's this little space. And then going underneath, looking at our nerves, this right here, this is our olfactory. We have our olfactory bulb, which is at the very tip of it, very top. And then the rest of it, everything leading up to it, this is our olfactory tract. Okay, so that's our smelling nerve. We have the bulb and then the tract underneath. Then we have our optic. So we have our optic nerves that jut out on the side here, these top horns, these are optic nerves. Right in the center where they meet, that's our optic chiasm. And then where you can't see, these make another little X on the bottom, that's your optic tract, but you can't see that. So we have our optic nerve, these horns, and then our optic chiasm. And the optic chiasm you can also see inside. So it's this hard bony thing right here. So going back just to the one that we've been talking about. Corpus callosum, thalamus, hypothalamus, optic chiasm. Okay, and that's everything.